Hi, I'm Julie Mackay, Executive Director of UN Women Australia. Violence against women is one of the most pervasive human rights abuses of our time. It affects women of all ages, across the world, in every culture and socio-economic group. This spring, UN Women Australia is working with the United Nations Trust Fund to end violence against women and supporting the fantastic work that they do to assist women who have experienced violence. Violence against women has a devastating effect on families, communities and nations. UN Women Australia is calling on our members and supporters and friends to help us break the silence about violence against women. 1 in 3 women worldwide will experience violence in their lifetime. 1 in 5 women will be victims of sexual assault. The problem is not simply one of developing nations. According to a KPMG report, in 10 years, 750,000 Australian women will experience and report family violence, costing the Australian economy more than $15 billion. Women's lack of economic independence often means that they struggle to find pathways out of violence. We know that for many women, the cycle of violence continues for years before they seek help. Our communities are still not equipped to support women, both in terms of physical infrastructure and services needed, but also in terms of ensuring that friends and family members understand the pervasiveness of violence, its impacts, and how to support someone. Violence against women is particularly prevalent in post-conflict countries, such as Cambodia, and the UN Trust Fund works to challenge community perceptions of violence against women and assists women who have been directly affected by violence. I'd like to share with you the story of Malaya. Malaya was married to her husband Sovan at the age of 15 in post-conflict Cambodia, where violence against women is still widely accepted. Malaya's husband found it very difficult to get work, turned to alcohol, and would stop the search for work for weeks at a time, leaving Malaya to earn the only income by sewing and repairing clothes. When she expressed her frustration and concern to her parents, they told her not to complain about the matter with her husband, as she owed him her respect. Sovan became angry and violent towards Malaya, one night beating her around the head, legs and arms with a bamboo stick for burning dinner. When the violence extended to her children, Malaya could take it no more, and she sought refuge at a women's shelter, which gave support to Malaya and her children. At the shelter, Malaya was made aware of the Youth Star project, funded by the United Nations Trust Fund, where communities are coming together across Cambodia, led by young people, to discuss the impacts of violence against women and how it can be addressed. Malaya is now undergoing training and education to help her become financially independent, and she is using her story to raise awareness among women and their families. A combination of economic security, a community with a zero tolerance to violence, and a support network will help keep Malaya safe. We need your support to ensure that projects such as Youth Star, sponsored by the UN Trust Fund to end violence against women, can continue to expand. Your generous contribution will make a real difference in the lives of women affected by violence and will send a strong message that violence against women is not acceptable. We all have a responsibility, men and women, not to be a bystander to violence against women. Donate now to the UN Trust Fund to end violence against women by visiting www.unwomen.org.au.